Lord Nityananda, he went to Vrindavan. And there in Vrindavan, he went to perform the parikrama of Sri Giriraj Govardhan. And he came to a particular cave, outside a particular cave. And he shouted from outside that cave, Abhiram, Abhiram. And all the devotees were looking here and there who were passing by. There was no devotee who was traveling with Lord Nityananda, but they were looking here and there, the passers-by. And he shouted, Abhiram, Abhiram. And then suddenly the earth shook. Doom, doom. And from inside the cave came a huge personality. He was like 17, 18 feet tall. And he was dressed like a prince, but his clothes were all ragged. And Nityananda Prabhu, he said, Abhiram, I am Balaram. And Abhiram Thakur, Sridham, I am Balaram. Sridham looked at him. He said, what? You cannot be Balaram? And Nityananda Prabhu said, yes, I am Balaram. And I know that you are Sridham. Actually, what had happened was that in Krishna Leela, Krishna and his associates, Krishna and Balaram, were playing together along with the 12 prominent cowherd boyfriends. And Abhiram was in Balaram's team. And Balaram said that Sridham, you go and you hide in this cave. And don't come out until I tell you to. And then Balaram just went on, and so many days passed. Balaram did not ask Abhiram to come out, nor did Sridham thought that I should come out. And then days, years, decades, centuries passed. And then when Balaram came as Lord Nityananda, he came to outside the Giriraj cave, and he said, he called Sridham out. And then, but Sridham wouldn't believe how Balaram was very tall. Balaram was, you don't look like Balaram. And Lord Nityananda said, well, I am Balaram, and this is Kali Yuga going on. And you've been staying here since Dwapar Yuga. So you don't know what has happened. The height of the living entities has reduced. In your age, the average height used to be really high. Now the average height is reduced, and Krishna has come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I have come as Balaram to deliver all the fallen souls. So come with me. And Sridham said, well, how can I believe that you are Balaram? You're the same Balaram. And Lord Nityananda said, look, how do you want me to prove? So Sridham said, let's have a race around Giriraj Govardhan. And whoever wins, I know that only Balaram could defeat me. If you can defeat me in this race around Govardhan Hill, then I will accept that you are none other than Balaram. So he said, all right, let's have a running race. And they both of them ran, Sridham and Nityananda Prabhu. And they ran all the miles across Govardhan Hill. Then, in the end, Nityananda Prabhu won. And Sridham was shocked. How is that possible? I am not defeated by anyone. I win with everyone except Balaram. You must be Balaram. So why did you take so long to call me? You asked me to stay in the cave. I never came out. So he said, okay, now I have come to take you, and you come with me to Bengal. And Nityananda Prabhu manifested his plow or the hull, and he extended his plow and pulled around his shoulder and pulled him down. And Sridama, he came to the size of the Kali Yuga human beings, and Nityananda Prabhu said, you come with me and your name will be Abhiram Gopal Thakur. And that's how he came along with Lord Nityananda to Bengal. And he lived in a place called Kanakula Krishnanagara. Even now, we can visit this Kanakula Krishnanagar if we take the Howrah station. It's very near the Howrah station to Amta in the Hooghly district of Bengal. It's near the bank of Kana river. There is a temple of Abhiram Thakur. And because it's a town with a Krishna temple, it's also called Krishna Nagara. And because it is in the banks of Kana, it's called Kanakula. Kanakula Krishna Nagar. And just outside the temple is a Bakula tree. It's called the Siddha Bakula Kunja. This was the tree under which Abhiram Thakur used to like sitting and chanting. One day, a deity of Gopinath appeared to Abhiram Gopal in a dream and informed Abhiram Gopal that I want to manifest myself in Kanakula Krishna Nagara. I'm buried inside the earth, and Krishna, Gopinath, in his dream, ordered Abhiram Gopal to excavate him. He gave him the exact coordinates, the location where he can be found, and asked Abhiram Gopal to inaugurate the worship. Abhiram Gopal went to that place where the Lord had indicated he would be found, and he began excavation. After digging for some time, he found the enchanting deity of Sri Gopinath. This place where this discovery was made is now called as Ramakunda, because he was called as Ramadas. Abhiram Gopal Thakur was called Ramadas, short of Abhirama. Where the place where this discovery was made now is called Ramakunda, and there's a small lake there. And this is also confirmed in Bhakti Ratnakar by Narahari Sarkar Thakur. He says, after having excavated the Gopinath deity, all the devotees headed by Ramdas or Abhiram Gopal, they bathed in the sacred rivers of Kunda near the spot where the deity has been found. From that day, the Kunda became famous as Ramakunda. Whoever bathes there becomes free from repeated birth and death. Now, Abhiram Gopal is none other than Sri Dham, and he was one day overwhelmed with the ecstasy of Sakyaras. And he had a desire to play the flute of a cowherd boy. And in this way, since he was intoxicated by the bliss of Krishna Prema, he began searching all the four directions for a suitable flute. As he searched through the forest for a suitable instrument, all at once he saw before him a big log. The log was so huge that 16 men together could not move it. Abhiram Gopal grabbed hold of that log and he turned it into a flute. He lifted it up and started playing it like a flute. In fact, even Chaitanya Charitamrita says that Ramdas was one of the principal branches of Nityananda branch of the Chaitanya tree of Bhakti. He was full of Sakhya Prema, love of Krishna saturated with the mellow of friendship. He once picked up a log that 16 men couldn't lift and used it as a flute. Such was the glories of Sri Abhiram Gopal Thakur. Sri Abhiram Thakur, he also was very, very prominently known for a whip that he had. This was a bull whip, which was imbued with divine power. This bull whip the name was Jaya Mangal. Whoever was struck with this whip of Jaya Mangal, he became filled with Krishna Prema. One day, Srinivas Acharya came to take darshan of Abhiram Gopal, and at that time Abhiram Gopal touched him 3 times with Jai Mangal. And Malini, who was Abhiram Gopal Thakur's wife, she said, "My lord, please do not touch him again. Calm yourself. Srinivas is only a boy. If you touch him again, he will lose consciousness in Krishna Prema." So Srinivas Acharya, we discussed about him last time. He came in contact with the whip of Abhiram Thakur and he became filled with Krishna Prema. So we pray that we also can get in touch with the Jaya Mangal whip of Abhiram Thakur. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Nityananda Prabhu to preach in Bengal, he sent Abhiram Gopal and Gadadhar Das. These were 2 associates of Lord Nityananda. We'll also speak about Gadadhar Das in a short while. And simply upon seeing Abhiram Gopal, atheists and blasphemers would flee in terror. That's why he was sent by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with Nityananda Prabhu to preach in Bengal. He was a wonderful scholar. He was very well versed in all the scriptures. In fact, his disappearance day and appearance day is very much celebrated by thousands of devotees in Kanakula, Krishna Nagara. There is not much known about Abhiram Thakur, but we can understand that Sri Abhiram Thakur had that vision of how to surrender to Krishna, how to serve Krishna. He was one of Krishna's personal associates. He was Balaram's personal associate. He was Lord Nityananda's personal associate. So it's very important for us to know from such great souls how we should execute our Krishna consciousness, in what direction we should make that effort in self-realization, in Krishna consciousness. Just like we may work very hard, but if you are working hard in the wrong direction, if you are working hard in a way, in the opposite direction of where we are supposed to, then we will not make any spiritual progress. So therefore, we must understand from authorities, the lives of the authorities, the examples of the authorities, the instructions of the authorities, how we should work hard in Krishna consciousness.